Hello, friends. Excuse me, we are back again, and this has been for a while. All right. So, I actually hurt myself here. I had a little accident. I was trying to cut up something, and I ended up cutting myself. Actually, all right. So, all right. So, today's video is gonna be a little bit different on a different topic. Let me see if I can adjust this. All right, right. All right. Okay. There. All right. So, uh, I noticed on the internet a lot of people would like to come to United States, and it's not very easy to get a visa, American visa to come here, even to visit, just to visit, or just to come here. Even a visit visa is a big issue. It's much harder compared to what it was like almost 15 or 20 years ago, for whatever international reasons and uh, social political environment we have now, and a different administration in America. The law keeps changing, so we don't know. It got harder. So, um, so what I'm thinking is this. What I notice is this, that uh, actually I want to tell you a story before I go on. I was living in a different city, and I had a friend from China, and he has a guest there. So he was asking, since I'm a US citizen, so he was asking me somehow if I can hire him or something. Well, I didn't know the details. So he says if they were trying to, the immigration was trying to send him back to China. So if somebody can employ him in his field, uh, then he would be able to stay. Now we were roommates, and I mean I didn't have no job for a long time, and so I was unable to help, but I couldn't understand. But then I start, so that's what they said. They said if somebody can give him a job of his field, then they would not deport him. That's what they told me. So I knew somebody, and I felt horrible. They were such a nice people. They were actually helping me while I was staying there. This Chinese uh, uh, people, and then they had the guest even. So I absolutely felt horrible with this situation, and I felt for him, and I did try to do my best to find him help, and I refer him to 4 or 5 different people. Actually, I and even businesses, I called them. I went there personally, and I was trying to help that person so they can stay here. This person, the Chinese national, they were such a nice people. It was just heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking. Ultimately, we are all humans, and we have this life force, whatever we want to call, spirit or what, that's the same. Then we have other differences, physical or psychological differences, but so I felt okay. So then I did some more research on this subject, and I find out. Okay, give me one moment. I want to see something, if I can fix this. Okay, all right, I think this is better now. Okay, so I did more research on that, and now I learned something. One thing I learned was you can apply for uh, political asylum in America. But here's the strange thing: what I learned, you have to be physically inside, or at least at the border of United States. I'm thinking, what? If I'm in another country, and if they are oppressing me because of my personal political views, or whatever, religious views, or some social, or whatever, so if I'm there, shouldn't I be going to American embassy in that country to apply? Well, I'm gonna come to America. People don't have resources in those countries if you're being oppressed. Basically, then there's a good possibility they can seize your assets, they can put you on a no-fly list, or they can even arrest you in those countries. I'm talking about generally other different countries. So I'm saying is, so you are telling people that okay, that it's the same thing with Canada. So the U.S. Canadian policy, U.S. I read, they said will give the person a political asylum if they have to be at the border and trying to enter, or already inside the America. So then they can apply. My God, I'm shocked. I said, how the person is going to get here in the first place? You gotta have a tremendous resources to get here without a visa. Well, obviously you're getting here illegally. That's why you're applying. So you gotta have some resources. You gotta have enough money. You gotta have enough connection even in your own country. And if you're being oppressed, I mean, obviously that government or whoever the group or people, excuse me, they are oppressing you because of your personal views or whatever, the political views, or so you are already under a stressful situation. So how are you going to have enough resources and money to come fly to United States and take a risk, because they can still reject your application for asylum? And then what? Then you go back to where you came from, and then now you're going to be in the news, and then you'll be in a more stressful situation. So I was shocked reading that you have to be physically in Canada and America. So unless you first apply legally, obviously, for a visa for Mexico, and I really don't know. It seems like Mexican government is very friendly to foreigners, believe it or not. Some of the Central and South American countries. So you can somehow, I don't know how this, but then I'm thinking this is just an idea. So first you apply legally for Mexico visa, and once you have that legally, you go there, and then you can, from there you come to border, and then you tell them, okay, I'm looking for a asylum. Maybe that's one possibility. So then another idea could be possibly that there are some other countries, maybe I read that possibly it's much more easier to go there, and then from there, since you already have a political asylum in that country, obviously once they give you asylum, they're gonna end up helping you. A lot of countries, they are very humanitarian and very compassionate. Their governments are especially very compassionate and humanitarian. In some countries, they would give you money, they would give you the cell phone, they gotta give you food, they gotta give you a place at least temporary where you can go and stay, and then excuse me, then they're gonna give you some type of not give you, but provide you with the information how you can apply for different jobs or go to school or something. And from there, once you are settled there, well, I never traveled to any European country, so I don't know the situation, but I'm just thinking, if you have some special agenda to come to America or US, that's different. But if you already are settled in European countries and you have good job, I mean, that would be the matter of personal choice, that you can stay there and maybe apply for their citizenship. I don't know. So but the idea is that if you really have you want to come to US or Canada, first maybe go to these countries. Called the first country, they said the easiest is Finland. Okay, hold on. Finland is number 1, and refugee can get all kind of help through and take a long time to consider. It does take like 3 months for Finland to look at your application. So what I'm thinking is you can apply there from your own country first. From Finland is number 1. And well, you did the paperwork. Now they're gonna read. They can make a decision if it's legitimate. Maybe they would proceed. We don't know. And then okay, and then application permit can be issued. So after you stay in Finland for 2 years, they can actually give you the permanent residence after 2 years in Finland. And then after that, and you can also be they give you the refugees are enrolled in school, they give you in Finland. Okay, the next country in line what I find out is more uh, friendly towards the political asylum is Germany. So they said okay, receives practically the same rights as okay, their own residents. Okay, therefore, okay, now um, okay, they provide you with the housing and study and work, they help you. Okay, now after Germany is Great Britain, and then after Great Britain I see, okay, that's it. Then after it's Canada, but the Canada is how you gonna get to Canada? There are too many people are applying for Canada already. Well, that's I'm assuming. That's how they excuse me, too much to process, so you're on such a long line, and then you had to be come here physically. So I'm thinking is you're gonna come here physically first, use all your resources, and then you can be rejected. I'm shocked. And where you would go? You gotta have enough money, and if you are oppressed in your own country, how are you gonna go back there? So I'm assuming maybe it's easier path is that you first go to Finland, if it's possible. That could be easier. Finland, Germany, and or then Great Britain. So it's just my random assumption. I'm thinking Great Britain already have taken a lot of refugees, so maybe Finland is maybe easier. I don't know. That you can do your own research. And once you're settled there, if they accept you, since they don't have too much population, and then you just stay there for a few months and have a job, and then once you have a job, you have income. Well, obviously you're gonna have internet through your phone or your laptop. Then you can do research and you can go take a next step. All right. Now another thing what I think is if you have some education, more higher the education, more specialized the education, the better chance you have of asylum. I'm guessing. Well, let's say if you're a heart surgeon and you have a 5 years experience under your belt, I don't know. I'm thinking random stuff in your favor to help you. So all right. So this was our video about the possible. So I can imagine, because I myself immigrated here a long time ago. So and so I can imagine what some people could be going through. And freedom is a human right. You have absolutely a human, your birthright of freedom to have a different point of view from me even. Well, I mean, I'm nobody. You can have a, but I'm saying is I have to be normal enough to accept other person's different point of view, different religion, different political views. You should absolutely have a freedom to have a different point of view from other person. That's how we grow. That's how the new ideas are generated. That's how the compassionate is created. That I have feeling for, I respect you, your point of view, and everything, and your family members, and that's how we became more closer and become one as a human, as a whole humanity. All right. So this was our video for today. Until we meet the next time, may the happiness and good health be with you.